in this video I want to share a very simple but very powerful practice for releasing tension or releasing resistance. So I'll start off with a metaphor. Imagine that, and I thank Peter Ralston for this metaphor. Imagine that you're holding a door handle, okay, and you want to be a dancer, but you're holding a door handle. You may be able to be quite creative around the reality of holding that door handle, but you're going to be limited to your freedom of expression. And many of us have been holding door handles for so long we forgot we're holding door handles. And so the first step really is just to acknowledge that I'm holding a door handle. And so when we're looking in the body and we're looking at, maybe we have limited shoulder range, limited shoulder mobility, and we want to change that, so we set about doing shoulder mobility drills. And we get frustrated because nothing's changing, or maybe we get a little bit of change but then it comes back, or we're just causing ourselves pain and irritation. First, we need to accept what is, and we need to understand what's happening, what's going on in the body, like what is actually there. In my experience, it's generally more than just the local area. It's a whole, every experience is a whole body experience. Every movement is a whole body movement. Every niggle, even if it's just something at the tip of our finger, is having an effect on the whole body. We may be like circumventing these like niggles. We're like, yeah, I'm leaning away from that. So these are two questions, and these two questions, when I learned them from Frederick Dodson, and they're just a really simplified way of getting real and honest about what's happening for us right now, and then asking if we're willing to let that go. So the two questions are this: what is bothering me right now? And the second question is, am I willing to let that go? And we keep asking these questions. So, what is bothering me right now? Niggle in my left shoulder. Okay. Am I willing to let that go? Well, I don't know how. Maybe I'll try. I don't know how. Am I willing then to let go of my resistance to experiencing a niggle in my shoulder? Now that's something I can work with. Where's the resistance? Locate the resistance in the body mind and let go of the resistance. Now it's just a niggle in the shoulder. I'm not adding resistance to the niggle in the shoulder. Okay. Well, something maybe shifts. I ask the question again, what's bothering me now? Well, there seems to be something related to that niggle that's sort of radiating out into my upper back, into the middle of my chest. Am I willing to let that go? Am I willing to let go of my resistance to experiencing this sensation in the middle of my spine and chest. And so as you can see, this is like, it's like a way, it's a form of acceptance. So I'm accepting what is. I'm accepting that that sensation is there. It's related to the shoulder. Okay, maybe something shifts, maybe it doesn't. Maybe something else becomes more pronounced now. Oh, okay, well, no, actually, no, there's tension in my jaw now. Okay, so tension in my jaw is bothering me. Am I willing to let go of that? And or am I willing to let go of my resistance to that? If you are willing to let go of your resistance, something will shift. Because you're not adding more to the situation. You're not layering on and wasting energy resisting what is. And so by virtue of removing that extra layer of resistance, the relationship to the thing, to the experience, must shift. And you may have to keep going over and over and over the same stuff again, but with each time you pass over it and each time you ask these questions, things shift, your relationship to it shifts. So I'm noticing tension in my jaw. I let go of the resistance to that. I have a story about a friend who I think is annoying. And I think he should live like this, and I think he should live like that. Well, that's a thought. I can let that go. And ask the question again. What's bothering me now? Well, I feel like all of this stuff here that's tense is tense because I don't feel my legs. I don't feel the ground. It's like I'm resisting feeling the ground. Okay. Well, can I let go of resisting not feeling? Can I let it be okay that I don't feel my legs in the ground? And again, we remove that layer of resistance to the experience, and things must shift if that happens. Now, maybe you're not willing to let go, and that's okay too. Can I let go of my resistance to not wanting to let go? And on it goes. And we can do this, we can carve out time to just sit and be, to develop the skill. Because once you develop the skill of those two questions, it's not really a question anymore. It's just locate something that's pissing you off, find the resistance to that, either let it go directly or find the resistance to the experiencing it and soften that, let that go. And it's just, it becomes a very mechanical thing that the questions don't really, sometimes you might need to engage them once in a while just to get the mind on board, but it becomes a habit and it becomes a mechanical thing whereby we just begin to learn how to relax, essentially, and how to allow life to be as it is without resistance. So we can carve out time to do this with no distractions, just sitting. And then we can just take this as a way of being into our lives. Once we develop the skill set a little bit, we can do this in real time. We can do this in movement. We can do this while we're cooking, cleaning, communicating. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this video helps you cultivate more self-awareness and self-acceptance. I wish somebody had told me this 5 years ago. And at the same time, I don't know if I would have been able to hear them 5 years ago. So there is always that. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the practice.